Hello everyone, my name is Sergio Garcia Escobar, and this is my PowerPoint presentation for the Masters of Public Administration MPA 670 Public Issue Analysis Fall 2018 class. So without any further ado, I present to you a practical guide for Policy Analysis Appendix B, Things Governments Do by Eugene Bardock. Things governments do. The following list is meant to stimulate and give you ideas. This is where your thinking cap should be on, so that new creative ideas may emerge. Ask yourself, might there be any way to use this approach on this problem? The why you might do it discussion that accompanies each list of what you might do is necessarily brief. It is intended principally to be suggestive. This is the numerical list that Bardock provides the readers with. Taxes, regulations, subsidies and grants, service provision, agency budgets, information, the structure of private rights, the framework of economic activity, education and consultation, financing and contracting, bureaucratic and political reforms. Roman numeral 1, taxes. Here Bardock explains what you might do with taxes. Has anyone ever wondered where does the money go? If so, here is useful information on where the money goes. It goes towards Medicare, income tax, national defense, healthcare, job and family securities, and as the U.S. Consumer Unit Expenditure explains, where the money goes. Too many taxes result in a problem. As you see in this picture, you see that people are drowning in taxes. Naturally, too many taxes can result in a problem because it hurts consumers and workers. Roman numeral 2, regulations. A list of what you might do. Inducement. A thing that persuades or influences someone to do something. Examples, having low-floor urinals in a facility like Cal State University Long Beach has, or changing light bulbs that use too much energy to LED lights in order to conserve energy levels. Sanction. A threatened penalty for disobeying a law or rule. It's legal to use as much designated water as you want, but there is a sanction for using too much. Many of you may or may not remember, but during the California drought, homeowners, depending on the zip code, were given certain days and a time out of the week to water their yards. And for homeowners who use water outside the given days, were fined more money. This is an example of a government regulation in the state of Minnesota. Here, farmers can be fined $1,000 and put in jail for 90 days for selling pumpkins or Christmas trees that are grown outside city limits. Here is another example of government regulations. In the state of Wisconsin, in order to close down a business, Milwaukee requires you to purchase an expensive license. You must submit a huge pile of paperwork to the city regarding the inventory you wish to sell off, and you must pay a fee based on the length of your going out of business sale, plus a $2 charge for every 1,000 worth of inventory that you are attempting to sell of. Roman numeral 3, subsidies and grants. A list of what you might do. Here are some basic examples of subsidies. Biofuel subsidies for farmers, subsidy for wind farm investment, food/fuel subsidies, just to name a few. Here's an example of how federal grant policies are made. Under key roles, you have Congress appropriates funds to federal agencies and passes other grant-related legislation. Executive Office of the President issues guidance for implementing the legislation. Grant-making agencies develop administrative policies based on guidance. Roman numeral 4. Service provision. A list of what you might do. Adding new service, expand an existing service, organize outreach to potential beneficiaries, not now using the service. An example of service provision: merit goods and public goods. Merit goods provided by both public and private sector, positive marginal cost of supplying to extra users. Public goods normally funded and provided by the government, collective consumptions, provide to one and you provide to all. Roman numeral 5, agency budgets. You may want to adjust an agency's budgets according to whether you like what it does. In addition, how you manipulate an agency's budget sends political signals about the degree of satisfaction or dissatisfaction with the agency's performance, and so may be thought to have incentive effects as well as wealth effects. Roman numeral 6. Information. Requires disclosure, direct government rating or certification, standardized display or format, simplify information. I remember before people were communicating through certified mail. Now social media, text messages, and other apps has made it much easier to deliver information instantly. Roman numeral 7. The structure of private rights. A list of what you might modify or create. A clear example seen on department stores, liquor stores, or restaurants is: we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. Roman numeral 8. The framework of economic activity. On the supply side, there may be monopoly or oligopoly problems. On the demand side, consumers may be relatively non-mobile or otherwise vulnerable to exploitation, and the same may be true of workers. Roman numeral 9. Education and consultation. Sometimes in a workplace you may be assigned a task that you are not even trained for. So sometimes the workplace needs to send you to upgrade your skills and train you to do the job correctly. Roman numeral 10. Financing and contracting. A list of what you might do. Create a new governmental market, abolish an existing governmental market, alter reimbursement rates, change the basis for reimbursement, e.g. cost plus, price per unit, sliding scale depending on quantity, performance bonuses, or penalties. Lease governmentally held resources, alter user fee structure, redesign bidding systems. This is the continuation of financing and contracting section. You can furnish loans, guarantee loans, subsidize loans, set up a public enterprise, dismantle a public enterprise, privatize a hurdle public enterprise. Roman numeral 11. Bureaucratic and political reform. In this section, as you see Bartek here in the picture, I think Bartek said it best when he notes that the number is too great to list. It ranges across such activities as reorganizations, replacing to supervisory personnel, improving information system, and raising wages and salaries. Conclusion. Yay! We reached the end of a practical guide for policy analysis, Appendix B, What Do Governments Do presentation. Hope everyone enjoyed it and understands Appendix B better. See y'all in class. Peace out.